Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello and welcome to International Relations English Class B. I am Muhammad Farhan. In today's video, we are going to learn and understanding the uses of core part in the sentences and also how to find them, and also we are going to learn about references. Today, I'm going to explain about the uses of core part and how to find it in a sentence because I found out that it is a little bit complicated and need more time to understand. Then after that, we will move on to learn and discuss about reference. Well, in order to understanding the core part of sentences, we also need other understanding about subject and verbs. And it's kind of simple, but it is also extremely important because a subject and verb makes a sentence. And that's what you need to have an independent sentence or something called independent clause or and there are so many rules in grammar referred to knowing whether something is an independent clause or dependent clause. But today we will not talk about independent and dependent clause here, but let's get started in this lesson of understanding subject and verbs. The subject and verbs form the core of a sentence. I repeat once again, it is important. The subject and verb form the core of a sentence. The verb indicates actions, or in the case of linking verb, a state of being. And the subject is the noun or pronoun doing the actions or in the state of being. So whenever we have a sentence and we want to locate the subject in the verb, we just need to ask two questions. The first question is, what is the actions or state of being in the sentence? That's what we call verb. So once we have located the verb, we can ask the second questions, and that is, who or what is doing the actions or in the state of being? That's what we call subject. So we have a sentence, the thing doing the actions, and also the actions. I said in the beginning, verb and subjects are important in this part of the lesson because in this part of lessons, knowing the core part of a sentences, we need to understanding really well what is subject and what is verb because every sentences expresses at least one key idea or basic message. This key idea is made up two parts, a simple subject and a simple verb or predicate. So let's look at an example here and apply those two questions before. The big dog ran around the quiet neighborhood without a leash. Okay, so let's ask our two questions about this sentence. First, what is the actions in the sentence? So we have the big dog runs. The big dogs run. So right there we see the action. The action's word is run. The action word is run. That is the verb. That is the verb. Okay, next question. Who or what is running? The dogs are running. So that's the core of the sentence. So the subject and the verb is dog runs. All the other stuff about quiet neighborhood or without a leash, that's just an additional informations that added to the sentence. Let's take a look at another example. Pahlan studied mathematics last night. Who is the subject? Of course here, Pahlan. And what subjects do in the sentence? The subjects did study. So the core part of the sentence is Pahlan studied. So here mathematics last night is just an adverb or just an additional informations about the sentence. So right now we are going to discuss about reference. I think reference is quite easy to understand because reference are words that involve using word or phrases to replace another words or phrases such as pronouns and nouns. There are two types of reference. First is anaphoric or before, where the explanation is where a word or phrase refers back to another words or phrase used earlier in the sentence. Like, as example, Tina likes chocolate cake, but Anne can't eat it. The second types of reference is cataphoric or after. We use reference after the sentence, where a word or phrase refers forward to another word or phrase will be used later in the text. When, as an example, when I meet her, Susan looked ill. So, so I think it is more easier to understand reference than the core of the part, but both of them are easy to understand if we do practice a lot and practice it in our writings. And also for your informations, reference allow the writer to avoid repeating words, paragraph, and sometimes whole sentence. That's what reference used for. And I think that's all for today's lesson. Don't forget to practice it because English is easy. Practice makes perfect. Thank you. That's all from me. I am Muhammad Farhan. Good afternoon.